Life was a scream in 2012 for the Brits in America as they broke records, decibels and hearts. If you were British, a boy and in a band, you could do no wrong. X Factor creation One Direction released 2 #1 albums, while The Wanted went to #1 on the Billboard singles charts.
For us, and in England in general, like the US is like the hardest place in the world to break music, to be doing as well as we're doing.
To be given the opportunities, like Tom said, it's an honour. So hopefully we're just going to take the opportunity with open arms and do it rather well.
This was who was big the last time the Union Jack was embraced so thoroughly by the Stars and Stripes. It was the MTV era of Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms and Phil Collins' No Jacket Required, albums which all went to #1 in the US. This year, 4 British acts made it to #1 in the USA. That's more than at any other time since 1985. One Direction sold 500,000 copies of their second album, Take Me Home, within a week of release, while Mumford & Sons did even better, selling 600,000. And then there's Adele. In 2012, 21 was still the best-selling album in the USA. 21 has now spent longer at #1 in the States than any other album since Prince's Purple Rain. But with other young artists like Ed Sheeran and Cher, Lloyd also riding the new wave to success there, it begs the question, why the breakthrough now?
It's a group of kids who look like they should be living next door but have exotic accents that come from a place that's a lot more interesting than where they live. But in the same way that bands like ourselves broke through cable, these bands are breaking through social networking.
Let's go crazy, crazy.
And in a global marketplace, these British acts are filling a pop vacuum left by the current American obsession with urban music, and it might not just be a passing phase.
It's very formatted in America, meaning that if something is an R&B record, it has to be just on R&B radio, and if something's a rock record, it can only be on rock radio, whereas on Radio 1 you have a lovely mix of genres, and this is very unusual and very precious. With
Brit bands expected to dominate both the Grammys and US Popular Music Awards in 2013, no one's usurping their crown yet. Just don't even imagine the level of hysterics should One Direction decide to call it quits next year. Emma Jones, BBC News.